The U.S. military operates a secret spaceplane program which stays classified to the extent that even certain military officials remain uninformed. This situation might seem like science fiction, but it exists in reality. This information exists in its actual form without any exaggeration. The United States military operates a secret spaceplane that launches into space before making orbital flights and returning to regular jet landing and takeoff operations on a runway. Most people are not aware of its existence since the program operates under tight secrecy. During the early 2000s, the military initiated spaceplane development because traditional satellites remained exposed to various threats in space, including collisions with orbital debris and hostile enemy activities. The forces required an operational system which was sustainable for reuse and maintained for flight, in addition to being removable and upgradable during in-flight procedures. Enter the X-37B. Since its uncrewed Army spaceflight operations began years ago, the Air Force contrivance has flown hideously secret missions from its orbital positions. Although most people are unaware of its actual abilities, the X-37B remains different from conventional spacecraft. The uncrewed X-37B spacecraft maintains orbital flight autonomy for several months to even years, which enables it to accumulate intelligence while performing technology tests. The reasons behind hiding these activities remain undisclosed. U.S. military prefers to keep undisclosed the exact nature of activities the X-37B vehicle executes in orbital space. The X-37B attributes its mission to power acquisition along with surveillance functions which protect the United States' leading position in space developments. Understanding this project as an ordinary classified initiative would be a wrong assumption. The war of tomorrow has established itself within the realm of space. Luxury of clarity will now guide us toward the essential information during our analysis. The covert space program of the U.S. military becomes less obscure when you know what to look for regarding its X-37B spaceplane. The X-37B functions as a sophisticated spaceplane because it surpasses every ordinary paper airplane in terms of capability. The spaceplane hides from detection while offering multiple uses along with astute capabilities that exceed most observers' understanding. What functions precisely does the spaceplane carry out during its orbital flight? The X-37B represents something greater than orbital loops around Earth. This technology performs advanced research operations under the most demanding environmental conditions which space provides. Despite their secrecy over testing the experiments, the military still refuses to reveal what exactly those tests encompass. The Air Force refuses to disclose information about their ongoing activities. The space-embedded Swiss Army knife operates with functionality, but human operators only understand minimal capabilities. One thing that's clear, military strategists classify the X-37B along with unquestionable game-changing capabilities. The defenses of traditional space satellites remain vulnerable because their orbital status is broadly known by opponents. The X-37B spaceplane stands out because it offers launch capabilities followed by testing that leads to repair and repeated use in orbit, thus decreasing costs and preserving defense advantages. The orbital duration of this spacecraft extends beyond 2 years without any difficulties. Talk about a long vacation. Interpretation suggests the X-37B carries out monitoring and information collection operations regarding enemy satellite assets. Several experts believe the X-37B platform conducts tests on space weapons for combat applications. The U.S. military operates above Earth orbit with such complexity that it demonstrates space 3D chess skills as other forces remain blind to its strategic movements. Our future society will operate without battles occurring on ground or aerial territories as nations confront each other in space. The concept resembles a scenario from the Star Wars movies. A U.S. military secret spaceplane known as X-37B works today as proof of constructing future space warfare capabilities. NASA's spaceplane functions as more than an elegant toy, since it represents a revolutionary advancement for space warfare because of these reasons. Space has developed into an area where congestion exists at an increasing rate. Since satellite launches happen frequently, both by nations and corporations, the U.S. military needs to stay permanently at the forefront of developments. The X-37B demonstrates a unique space capability because it transitions from observation to adaptation. This spacecraft allows for launch, then testing with maintenance before returning to space operations. The X-37B functions as a space-based Swiss Army knife because its spaceplane design provides multiple capabilities that make it highly durable for military use. But the coolest part? The spacecraft maintains orbital position for long periods of time between several months and years to survey enemy satellites while performing space-based weapons development. Space warfare becomes more realistic in this day and age. The future of military strategy? Strategic military planning suggests the incorporation of space planes while reducing the utilization of conventional bombs for war operations. So, what's next? Do you think we will witness further classified military projects performing missions above the Earth? Maybe. People who do not observe space may end up missing the next breakthrough in modern warfare. Guard your eyes actively and always keep your space helmet as protection. Who knows what's next?